Good morning, and thank you for joining us on After GMS, a little fun show we like to put together Monday through Friday, where we talk about mostly weather and changes. But that's not the case today. We'll talk about that in a few seconds. I'm Tracy McCain here with Megan Millera, Stacey Spivey, Ed Matthews, and Triad Kirksey.
Yeah, you can see the topics of our conversations posted here on this feed. You can start weighing in, but we have to get to the forecast. An unseasonably warm day for February. If only it could continue.
I know, right? That would be the beautiful thing, but unfortunately we are in for one fairly warm day by February standards, and then temperatures will kind of take a tumble a bit as we go through the rest of the week on into the weekend. For this morning, a few sprinkles out there, no big deal, mainly overcast conditions at the moment, but we are expecting the clouds to break up a little bit as we go through the afternoon, and then temperatures will start to warm up and turn into the mid to upper 50s for most of us. I can't totally rule out an isolated 60-degree temperature reading, especially south of the Triad. But to be honest, 58 degrees feels just like 60 degrees, so it really doesn't matter. As we go through Wednesday, we'll see the cloud cover build back in, maybe a sprinkle, but it looks mainly dry. And then Thursday night into Friday, we're going to have to really keep an eye on that time frame. It's going to start off as regular rain, but it could end as a little bit of freezing rain early Friday morning. We'll keep an eye on that for you, and then we'll see a couple more disturbances move through for the weekend. We'll watch those carefully. For now, we'll keep it at just a 30 to 40% chance of a few rain showers. All in all, a fairly chaotic forecast there for you after we get past today. A lot of questions to be answered.
Chaotic questions. That's not the Triad Kirksey I know. Oh, okay. But the one I do know is like he drops hints and then walks away.
Yeah, that was a pretty big adjective for Triad, chaotic. That makes me a little concerned.
That does, doesn't
One day
it?
at a time.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Well, to that in a little bit. But first, we have to get right to our first conversation this morning. It is our tribute to a music icon. Overnight, we lost one of the founding members of the Supremes. Mary Wilson was 76. Stacey, condolences, tributes, I'm sure they're pouring in.
Oh yeah, it's all over Twitter this morning, over social media as well. And we asked you at home to share your memories and thoughts with us. A lot of people texting us this morning. Teresa texted us saying her favorite songs were Where Did Our Love Go and Baby Love. And Fager shared actually how she met Wilson through a mutual friend on a cruise, saying she was caring, gracious, talented, and beautiful. She said, I will miss her charm and laughter. BJ adding, Mary Wilson is a legend. She will be truly missed. And another viewer writing, we will always love you, Mary. I shared this on the Good Morning Show. Recently, she was on Dancing with the Stars, which is one of my favorite shows. And I talked about how she just seems so vibrant and so youthful, and she just brought this energy to the show, you know, even at, I think she was 73 or 74 years old at the time, and she was one of my favorite contestants. And just, you know, thinking about everything she's done in her life, and of course her songs will live on forever, but really, I mean, she broke barriers for, you know, the racial gap barriers, as well as gender barriers, and, you know, just really sad to think about that we've lost another legend, but she will definitely be remembered.
I mean, to think that she co-founded this group, which was not initially called the Supremes, when she met Florence Ballard at a talent show at age 15, and to think about what this group became and what it represented, and as Stacey mentioned, the barriers broken, was incredible. Tracy, you had a beautiful testimony earlier to the fact that she was a role model for women across generations.
Not so much a testimony, but just a great memory. You know, what three little girls growing up in small town North Carolina did not pretend that they were part of the famous Supremes, you know, and that was one of my favorite things to do with my cousins. And, you know, my brother and our guy cousins would pretend that they were the Four Tops. You know, Motown was something that lived in our homes. It was part of our culture, it was part of our upbringing in our family. And so, you know, it wasn't just the music, it was what they stood for. You know, traveling through a segregated South, risking their lives to entertain the masses, you know, just standing up for what they thought was right, but also trying to make a living and do what they love. I mean, who cannot relate to that? And I just feel like, you know, that's the type of living legend that, you know, we'll miss in our lives and in our society. Too many legends gone too soon. So I know, Triad, I'm sure you grew up Motown. You probably sing it today and tomorrow and yesterday. But you probably have some of the same memories.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, every Saturday or Sunday morning, I would wake up to the sounds of my parents playing, you know, the oldies on the radio, and Supremes obviously was one of their favorite groups as well. So, you know, just legendary music, and really legendary what they were able to do. Being in tune with what was happening in society at the time as well, and helping to push the movement forward, as many of the artists in Motown worked to do at that time. So, you know, she'll definitely be remembered for just so much that she did in her life, and our thoughts and prayers definitely go out to her family this morning. I know Ed is a big fan of the music as well.
Boy. Yeah, as I talked about during the Good Morning Show, just a little boy, about 8, 9, 10 years old, but I had those 45 records of the Supremes in my little record player, and I was a happy guy anytime I played the Motown sound, for sure. But, you know, Mary, a very talented lady, and, you know, putting the Supremes together is just incredible. I can't think of a song that they had that didn't become a big hit. I mean, when you bought the best of the Supremes, you were truly getting the best of. Every song was a big hit and a big favorite as well. She'll be sorely missed, but she's left us with some wonderful memories and some great, great music.
Yeah, I was reading an interview, one of the last ones she did publicly a couple years ago, and she had said that she realized the moment they made it big was when they were on tour and they took a plane home from the tour instead of driving home. She said that was the defining moment for her. They knew they were going places.
Yeah, and when they heard themselves on the radio, and then, you know, when they had those rooms in the Motown machine, as they called it, you know, where would you buy your last sandwich with this, or would you buy an album? And they were like, I'd buy the album. So yeah, she definitely kind of gave us a look inside that record business. But yeah, you know what? It's just one of those things. You know, we grow up with these folks, and we welcome them into our homes, and then we, you know, have children, and then they become part of the tradition as well. And then when it leaves us, we're left with these memories, and it's just kind of overwhelming at times, especially when so many great icons leave us in such a short amount of time.
Stacey, it seems like our viewers tuning into our feed are sharing similar emotions and memories of her, an incredible woman.
Yeah, a lot of people sharing their favorite songs of hers. Megan, when you mentioned Stop in the Name of Love, a lot of people agreed. Wanda said, this is one that I love. And Joe said, I forgot about that one. And then up earlier in our feed, I believe it was Bobby and another person. Yeah, Bobby said, You Can't Hurry Love. Joe also said Can't Hurry Love. So a lot of people just remembering all those songs. I mean, this morning when I was doing a little bit of research, just seeing all the hit after hit after hit that this group had, you almost forget all of those songs. But wow, I mean, definitely a legacy left behind, and the world is definitely going to be hurting a little bit today.
Well, you can continue sharing your memories here on our feed. We'll be talking about this, I'm sure, as we learn more about her death and the arrangements in the coming days. It is 7:54 right now. We'll get to our next conversation coming up, but first we have to take a look at our news headlines this morning. Today, Governor Roy Cooper will give a COVID-19 update with the task force. We're anticipating they'll discuss the stabilizing of COVID-19 metrics and the latest in the vaccine rollout as pharmacies like Walgreens start offering appointments. You can watch today's update at 2 o'clock, streaming on WFMYnews2.com. Also today, the North Carolina Senate will take up and vote on a bill requiring all schools in the state to have an in-person learning option for all students. Governor Cooper has said he agrees students should go back to their classrooms, but has different ideas about how that should phase in.
Well, the phone lines open in just about 5 minutes for people in Group 2 who want to book a vaccine appointment. The scheduling information on your screen right now. The Guilford County appointment line opens at 8 this morning. You can schedule online or you can call them on the phone Alamance County, by the way, is opening its call line for the second day in a row, right at 8:30 this morning. The health departments ask for your patience as they expect high call volumes. Well, it is a time to understand the meaning of racial inequality in our country. Researchers say understanding can help make things more equal in our society and be a catalyst for change. WFMY's Candace Red is talking about this conversation happening not only across America, but right here in our communities.
The YWCA High Point is getting the conversation started about where do we go from here? The YWCA is a nonprofit organization with a mission to end racism, empower women, and promote peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. Since 1920, the organization has been providing resources and programs to strengthen families and work towards racial justice. In January, the YWCA began holding monthly webinars to raise awareness about different issues surrounding the community on a local and national level. Well, that includes public conversations about the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, social injustice, and American political divisiveness. Well, this month's webinar includes an in-depth discussion with local leaders about health concerns related to COVID-19 vaccines and health disparities.
This month, we're talking about COVID. And coming up in March, we'll be looking at housing. And then in May, we'll look at minority economic development.
The panel will include leaders from the Guilford County Public Health Department, Mount Zion Baptist Church, as well as the Science Policy Action Network. Taking a look at your screen, I want to make sure you have these details. Again, YWCA High Point is holding the free webinar today at 12 p.m. on Facebook Live and Zoom. Participants will be able to get involved in the discussion and ask questions using the comment and chat sections online. For more information, all you have to do is visit our website. That's WFMYnews2.com. There, you'll also be able to gain access to the Zoom link.
Governor Roy Cooper is partnering with Jake Steinfeld to tackle childhood obesity. He's a fitness coach and chose North Carolina to be part of the 2021 Don't Quit campaign. The campaign will provide 3 fitness centers to selected elementary or middle schools in the state. You can nominate a deserving school from now until March 19th. To do so, you can visit the link on your screen.
All right, we're switching up topics here and joining a conversation that makes me hungry. Stacey, we are celebrating one of your favorite foods on a very special day.
Oh yeah, when I saw that it was National Pizza Day today, I did a little happy dance. It is all-time favorite food. But obviously, we need to get your ideas on where your favorite pizza in the Triad is. So go ahead and let us know in the comments as I show you what some people have already let me know so far. Chris says Sir Pizza in Ashboro. I haven't been there yet, so maybe I have to drive down to try it out. Hometown of Christian Morgan there. And Invest East GSO says Cugino Forno hands down. Now, oh, I love me some Cugino Forno. Joseph and the crew there, they are just so incredibly nice, and the pizza is wonderful. All just like true authentic Italian pizza. Oh, so good. But also my husband and I love to get pizza from Elizabeth's and get that delivered. We also love Sticks and Stones. We've had Bricks a couple times. I mean, I could just go on and on. Really, I don't discriminate when it comes to pizza. I like it all.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not particular about the kind of pizza we get, although I tend to prefer the thinner crust, although melon mushroom is really good when I lived downtown. Got that like every Friday. I think I'm going to have to go with Bricks, although Cugino Forno, excellent. And they get their ingredients fresh from Italy. So it really gives it that little extra something. Taran Kirksey, you're a pizza kind of guy.
I am. I've heard good things about that pizza place, in fact, so I need to try it out. I also like to just make pizza at home. You know, just throw all the pepperoni on there that the pizza can hold, and then throw all the cheese on top of that and underneath the pepperoni too. It's a good idea to put the cheese on first before you put the pepperoni. Made that mistake before. You know, you would think I'd have more common sense than that, but I don't. So it was delicious. So I like to make it at home for sure, but pepperoni pizza, definitely my favorite, and I like making it at home. What about you, Tracy?
Well, I have a question about making it at home because I've made this mistake. Do you make the sauce in like on the stovetop and then put it on the pizza, or do you put it on the pizza cold?
We usually try to put it on there cold. Like you might make it on the stovetop and then let it cool off, but that requires some foresight. Sometimes when we're really hungry, you make the sauce, throw it on there, or just buy some and put it on there and just be like, well, you know, this is just going to be an okay pizza today, and roll with that. So that's kind of our methodology.
That could be my error, okay? Because I'm cooking it on the stovetop, then putting it on the pizza, and then putting it in the oven, and it just doesn't taste right. So maybe I'm overcooking the sauce.
It's tricky. Like I've done it both ways, and I've messed it up both ways. So I don't really know. I'm talking with confidence, like I know what I'm saying,
Yes.
but I don't. And
Okay.
at the end of the day, either way, I'm going to eat the pizza. So you know, hey, it doesn't really matter. But I feel like I found more success making the sauce on the stove, letting it sit and cool off to like room temperature, and then putting it on the pizza and then baking the whole deal. But
All
I
right,
don't know.
thanks for that. And if anybody else has some suggestions, let us know, because otherwise I'm gonna be on Worst Cooks in America. All right, so I love this new place around the street from us called Luigi's. It's so delicious. And not only is like the pizza super great, but so is all their pasta. It's so yummy. It's delicious. I love Elizabeth's. I love Pascali's. That's right near my mom's house. So I have a pizza place really on every side of Greensboro. Like if I'm going to my mom's house, I go to McLeansville and I go to Pascali's. If I'm going to my house, I go to Luigi's. If I'm going to like my in-laws, I go to Elizabeth's because they're right like near Pisgah Church and Battleground. So yeah, I have a spot in every corner of Greensboro.
Well, I feel like Ed Matthews agrees with Terrain Kirksey methodology. At the end of the day, just gonna eat the pizza, no matter where it's from.
Hey, it doesn't matter where it comes from. I'm not so well versed on cooking pizza at home, but I got to go with Mellow Mushroom. That's one of my favorite places, and also a place called Hungry Howie's. I think they still have a couple of places here in the Triad, but I think they serve up a good pizza as well. But it doesn't matter where it comes from. I'll eat it up quick.
Yeah, one of our reporters, Jalen, was telling me about a place called Blaze. I think he said it's off Wendover. He said it was so good.
Yes.
So that's on my list. Stacey, have you eaten there?
No, but actually my husband said that is the chain owned by LeBron James.
Oh.
So
No.
I've been wanting to try it, and yeah, that's what
cool.
he told me. I'll have to verify later, but I'm pretty sure he owns that chain.
Wow.
That Blaze Pizza, which it's over there. I cannot think of that road right now, but I'm sure one of you can tell me. Anyway, a lot of people seem to really like Sir Pizza, and also a lot of people were talking about Bill's Pizza, but Bobby said his favorites, Cugino Forno, Joe said Papa John's and Domino's. Those are always just good, you know, go-to pizza places. She said Capelli's in Liberty as well. Nadine said Village Pizza in Stokesdale. Dana saying Bill's Pizza Pub, hands down. And they were talking about how Bill's, they cut their pizza in squares. I really like when they do that. I don't know why. I just think it tastes it tastes better that way for whatever reason. And then Heather says Marco's in High Point is a good chain place as well. So yeah, all the chains are good. All the local places are good. Pizza's just good. And a lot of times, guys, we just get the like almost pre-made pizza from Harris Teeter. You just pop it in the oven, and then it's still delicious.
You know who else has great pizza if you don't want to make it yourself? Costco.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Have amazing-
Really?
Yes, I'm shocked. And you know, I've seen your husband there, Megan, so I know he knows about it. And if he hasn't told you, we're gonna have to talk to him.
Oh no, we've eaten our fair share of huge greasy slices of Costco.
Okay,
pizza.
good. Isn't it delicious?
It's amazing, but it's so big,
It is
and you
big.
can't help but eat the entire thing. So then it just sits in your stomach all day. And you're like, why did I do that? But it was so good while I was eating it. So yeah, Costco has amazing pizza.
All right, I'm
for
glad you're in the know because
Yeah.
I
yeah.
didn't want you not to be.
Oh, well, now that we're hungry, Ed Matthews, we're
Yeah.
in Terrain Kirksey, let's get a final check of our forecast.
Oh, my mouth is watering. Now I want nothing but pizza. Yeah, let's check out that 7-day. Moving into a somewhat unsettled weather pattern, a few spritz and sprinkles this morning, and then we'll be looking for a little sunshine to peek through this afternoon. How about some nice mid and upper 50s for the Piedmont? Now the clouds roll back in later tonight. It'll be mainly cloudy on Wednesday and for the most part dry. Only a small chance of a passing shower. A better chance of more widespread rain for the Piedmont comes our way. It looks to be Thursday afternoon through early on Friday. And as Taran mentioned earlier, Thursday night and early on Friday, the precipitation could end as a little freezing rain. Temperatures will go pretty close to the freezing mark early on Friday morning. So your forecast team will keep a close eye on that. Generally dry, low shower chance on Saturday. And then another system heads our way with marginal temperatures on Sunday. You see that morning low of 28. So once again, we couldn't rule out wintry precipitation. As the confidence grows in the forecast, we will possibly eventually word it in the forecast. But right now we're just looking at it, and we'll continue to track it for you through the rest of the week.
So we found out that Blaze is on Wendover, Stacy.
Oh, that's right. It's over there by like where La Fiesta, Hobby Lobby, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of in that area.
Yeah, so my friend Dana jumped on and was like, she loves Blaze too. So now I'm gonna have to try it. I'm really excited. Tuesdays are usually for tacos, but I'm thinking pizza tonight.
I agree. Pizza's a good choice every night. Hey, thanks so much for spending part of your morning here with us on After GMS. We do this every weekday at 7:45 on the News 2 Facebook page.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.